Hello everyone. So I just got done doing Giant V, and now we're gonna be doing Twinblade Justice. I like calling him Twinblade Justice, but I think it's better to call him Twinblade V. But I think I like to call him Twinblade V. I think it's much better that way. You know what? Yeah, that's much better. So now before I get into the niche of things. This guy combines with Giant V. Yeah. It's kind of like a Great Admiral and Tank Guy thing. But except if they did Tank Guy and Admiral and Great Admiral good. So, for start off, let's start off with the helicopter mode. I really like how it's this, Chinook helicopter or a Chinook, or I'm not sure how to pronounce it well. They rotate the blade spin here. Although they will catch on each other a little bit, so I don't recommend spinning them at the same time, so don't do that. So plug this in, and this thing on the other hand, this thing plugs in. There's a tab right there, it plugs in right here. But I don't get why this is here in the first place, because it kind of obstructs the view of, like, say, if there's passengers on this side, how will they, or like if he's rescuing people, how will they look on this side if this thing is blocking the way? Although you could display this out if you want, maybe some wind catchers, maybe. And then he does have 6 casters, but he doesn't really roll super well. He's like the complete opposite of Rocket, a rocket or shuttle. He does not roll well at all. I guess that's it for his helicopter mode. If you come to the right side, it's kind of ugly, full of screw holes, and you got some tabs here and whatever this is. And that's about it for the helicopter mode. So let's get into his transformation. So to start off with his transformation, you're gonna remove this thing. Yeah, you gotta remove this thing. So, and what we're gonna do with this thing is that we're just gonna plug this in like this, plug this out, and we're gonna put this off to the side. And next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come to the these halves of the helicopter. We're gonna untab it from the top here. The way this connects is that there is a tab right here, tabs in up there, and then there's a peg hole and a peg right there. And then you're gonna telescope them out. That, and this side is really tight. The tab here is really tight. That's why I'm kind of tempted to shave off the peg there. All right, and then bring down the legs and telescope them. Bring out the feet and the heels. And there's some little handles here in case you shave your fingernail. So that's kind of clever. And next, what we're gonna do is you're gonna bring this V crotch piece. You're gonna bring this up, and this will be his chest plate. So this will plug it up there, and you're gonna, of course, this is obviously the head. So rotate this, and rotate this to the side, and this is the head. And you're gonna bring up the entire torso. So like this is his pelvis down here. So you're gonna bring, or his abdomen. So you're gonna bring this telescope up like that. Wait, it doesn't really tap into anything. It's just kind of there. Oh, it's pretty strong. And this is why this guy's called Twinblade, because you'll bring the helicopter blades like this, and you'll tap them together, and you'll bring this down, which will reveal the fists. And then you bring this down like this, and that's where he gets his twin blade, his twin blades. Jeez, being named after your weapons there. And last thing you need to do is plug this onto the back here, onto the 2 clips. And this is Twinblade V in his robot mode, and I think this guy looks pretty okay. From the front, he looks cool, but from the side, his legs are just too beefy, in my opinion. That's just a me thing, though. I'm not sure about you. Although he is a pretty nice mule. Like, this guy is kind of supposed to be a mule. But if you buy him alone, you're kind of just fine, because you basically just get what you get. You get a helicopter that turns into a robot, and that's pretty cool. So, and it's a simple transformation too. So I reckon that kids would definitely love this as well if they're into like collecting helicopters, airplanes. For articulation, his head can rotate around 360 on this soft ratchet. His arms can rotate around 360 on this soft ratchet as well. They can go in and out. They can rotate at the elbow. And the legs can go forward, back on these very soft ratchets. You can go in. Let me rotate these up a little bit. You can rotate in and out really far. You can rotate at the knee. And they rotate at the foot here. So you could get them into a pretty niche pose. Let's get him into a really, maybe like he's gonna cut someone or something. Let's see, put these together. There you go. So that's Twinblade V. I'm gonna call him Twinblade V now. I'm sorry, I keep switching names. And he stands up. He's a moderately tall, not the tallest Tobot out there. Compare it, like, say, to Giant V. He's pretty small compared to him. He's like the size of barely the size of the hot rod engine right here. And now, what I like to do is, so that he doesn't have this annoying back piece here, what you can do is, if you don't have Giant V yet, and you can't really combine them, is what you do is you can pop this off, and you can return it back to the helicopter position, something like this. Remove his Twinblade here, or his sword, drop in this arm, and then you can plug it in back into the arm. Come on, tab in. Okay, come on, tab in, man. There we go. And then you can pop these out, and you get a shield that falls over. Actually, no, you have to plug it in like this, and then bring this in. So you get sort of like a sword and a shield, a knight-ish type guy, because he is basically called the Knight of Justice in the show, from what I've seen at least. The Knight of Justice is real, you know, that bull crap. And I guess what you could do with this thing is that you could bring it back to the helicopter position. Actually, wait, you can push back the hand up, and then you can plug it back in here. And the way this tabs in is it's just a square peg, so you will have no trouble getting it back on. So there we go. He has like a double shield now. And all right, so now I've gone to this. Now it's time for the exciting part here. We get to combine this guy with Giant V. So first off, with Giant V, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this out first, and we're gonna remove the battle axe for now. So we're gonna flip up. Basically, how I did this is that you just flip this up from the Mustang, and we'll put Giant V off to the side. And now we'll have to deal with this guy who he's basically tank man. Well, not tank guy. He's pretty clever how he works. What you're gonna do is well, this is technically already ready. This is gonna be a chest plate for the combined mode. So let's put this off to the side. Just plug this on for now. Let's basically rotate this upper body back to his helicopter mode. So let's pull this up, except you're not gonna bring the V down. This up, bring this, pop it up. And now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring the legs down like this, and you're gonna literally remove them. Like, this is how, and the way this plugs in is that you just bring it in, and I'm kind of afraid that it will not, it'll break in the future. And that's basically what you do here. You just pop them off. You pop this off as well. This will be, I'll show you what this is later. and then collapse his abdomen again. And here you go. This is like a half helicopter now. So let's move off to the side. And now let's start with a combination with these things. Now, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to bring these out and pop them in, and then bring this up to make it like this, just very simple small shoes. What is horrible about these things though is that they make him fall super easily. So what I like to do is I like to bring Twinblade V's thing out here and bring this down like this to give him a heel. Same thing with this side. Don't need to do anything with it now, so just put this up. And now, let's get Mr. Chunky guy here. There is a tab, there's a clip right here and a clip in there. And the way this works is, this is out here, so this will go on here. So the way this works is you tab it in. Is this the wrong one? Sometimes I get confused as well. Yeah, okay, so this is the right one. So this tabs in, out, like so. Yeah, like that. So tab it in, and then this will tab in as well. Same thing with this side, so this will tab in. Tab it in, tab it in. And now, this guy just gonna get some height, so let's bring this up. And I have no idea why Tobots love to make shoes for their combiners in Tobot V. I have no idea why. And now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this piece right here, and we're gonna split it apart, and this will be a head crest, and literally the obligatory head crest. Okay, all right, and this will work by tabbing into the back of the head here. And what this means is that you can no longer turn it around. Actually, no, you have to get the helicopter piece for that. And I guess what you do now is you get this thing, and the way this plugs in is that you plug it in right there, and then you'll bring this in together, but you could bring it out. So now what you'll do with this thing is that there is two clips. Oh yeah, there's two clip, and his leg just collapsed. Okay, all right, this is a really nice review. There's two clips right there, and there's two tabs on the other side of the helicopter, and you're gonna plug it in like this. You cannot do it this way, or else it'll not fit well. So let me actually bring this all the way up so you can see. So this will work by you collapse this in, and you collapse this in, and we are basically done. And we just straighten his legs out. His leg ratchets are weak. And you plug in his axe again. And this is otherwise known as Gigant Saver or Giant Justice in the English show. I like to call this guy Giant Saver now. Let me bring this out. It's just plate. And honestly, he just looks like a weaker version of like not a weaker version, like an upgraded version of Greatest Admiral. And honestly, I don't really like this guy. Like, that's why I really want to collect Master V and Troll/Beast, because big I mean, you know, I'm gonna call Troll Beast now, so don't judge me. Beast and Big Trail, their combination Big Beast is way better than what we have here and Greatest Admiral. Master V, on the other hand, is pretty interesting because you're taking a combiner and you're combining it with more combiner transformers. So that's what you're combining more. You're combining with more Tobots. So Master V is like a combiner and a combiner at the same time. So this guy, on the other hand, he's trying to do the same thing that Master V and Greatest Admiral are doing, and it's kind of not working out. Although this guy, is much better than Greatest Admiral, I will say, but I don't really like his look that much. I really like. It is still just Giant Justice, or Giant Saber. It's just that now he has, again, new shoes, a head crest, a new chest plate, and a backpack that can help him fly, even though he can already fly in Giant V mode. So I recommend buying Giant V first, or Twinblade V, whichever you prefer, first, before getting the other one. I don't recommend buying two of them at the same time, because you're going to hate this combination before. You're going to hate this combination when you get both of them, because these two are kind of expensive. This guy is, I'm not sure how much, but in the Philippines, he costs about like 2,500 pesos. And this guy here costs about 3,000 pesos. So these guys are kind of expensive. And oh yeah, by the way, oh boy, I forgot about this. He has his obligatory sword. So the way it works is you pop off the sword here, the blades here, return them back to the blade position. Same with this thing. Oh yeah, and by the way, just so you know, you can pop these blades off. I'm not sure what's the purpose of that though, because you could already pop them off from the helicopter itself. And then you plug this in, and you get the axe here. There's the same kind of connection from the helicopter. Plug it in, and plug it in. And also, remember when I said exciting? I regret that this is not really that exciting. And now, you get this soft-looking sword. I'm not kidding. This thing looks soft as hell. And you plug it into his hand, and he gets a sword. And he doesn't look that nice with it. This guy is kind of a disappointment. Although, much better than Greatest Admiral. But he is still kind of a disappointment, so this guy's okay. I just recommend picking one of them up first before thinking to buy the other one. So that is my review of Giant Saber, aka Twinblade V and Giant V, and I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned next time for now. This will be my finale of my Tobot review series until I get all the figures that I ordered. So, and that won't be too long, maybe about a couple of weeks or so. So I'll see you then. Maybe I'll post some gaming videos, who knows. I'll see you then.